Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Outdoors. Listen, I'm finally feeling better. I didn't want to get out and push it today, so we're going to do one more kind of tabletop talk, and then tomorrow, Monday, which no clue what the date is. Honey, what's the date tomorrow?
What?
The date tomorrow.
Today's the 23rd.
So tomorrow's going to be the 24th. We're going to start our Hornbeak Week, and I'm going to kick it off with a review of the short rib in CPM D2. I absolutely, and I mean this, absolutely adore this knife. It's a great knife. It's designed by Jed Hornbeak. Now, a lot of people ask me about Jed. You can reach him on Instagram, or you can reach him at jedhornbeak@gmail.com. That's it. He's a private maker, custom maker in Tennessee. Awesome guy. Listen, Billy Ford over at Apex Alchemy, shout out to Apex Alchemy, has done several reviews on Hornbeak stuff. I'm going to try to catch up this week. My boy Donnie B. All Day, who we're doing the raffle for, it's in full swing, has several Hornbeak reviews. If you don't know who Jed is, seriously, look that dude up. Okay, today is a different rendition. I get asked to do certain videos, so I thought, you know what, really couldn't get outside, the weather, not feeling well. Let's take them on. I was asked to compare the Formax Scout and the Medford Pratorean T. So we're going to do just a couple show-yous type stuff. And then I was asked to maybe do a rundown of the RAJAH 2 from Cold Steel, bang, and the Colossus from Cold Steel. How do they stack up? So I've got hard use on everything except the Colossus, and that'll be coming in the next month. What I want to talk to you about today is big knives, why I like to carry them. Now, a lot of people don't, and I understand that. A lot of people try to put their skill set on me. That doesn't happen. I get all kind of comments, especially this is my most viewed knife on the channel. It's probably got 13 or 14 million views. Now, everybody's like, well, it's not practical. What? Shit, I know that. But like my boy Isaac, the noob, backwoodsman, changed his name too many times, I can't keep up. Isaac. I'm going to tag Isaac in the title. One of the best dudes in this community. There's going to be a lot of shout outs in this community as they come to me. And if I miss them, I'll make them up. But Isaac, the backwoodsman, made a statement. He said, if you love a knife enough, you'll make it practical. That's a fact. Guys, personally, I carry and I love big knives. So we're just going to talk about it. It's going to be kind of an all-encompassing. Here's what I want to do. I'm going to show you my knives, do my intro, just like we've been doing. I like that format. I think it works. So watch for the knives, or let me show you the knives. Let's get through the intro and we'll jump into it. Guys, there was a time in this country where 22 bets a day took their own lives. Now, it's the weekend, we're coming out of it, so the stats are a little higher. It runs about 15 to 29, depending on the day. And anything, that's why on this channel, anything over 0 is just simply unacceptable. Bets, we love you. You have a place here. We're back to blue over here. We sport Leo, all to the chagrin of many. And you know what, I understand it. But I'm going to support what I want because my son's going to be a cop, whether I like it or not. I have a lot of friends, dear friends, brothers that are policemen. Are they all good? No. Are they all bad? No. I don't ask anybody to support what I support, but this channel supports Leo. How do you do it, Scab? Well, we don't break the damn law best we can. And if we do, because we accept responsibility. And finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. That one's important. Okay, so Cold Steel Formax. Give you a good look at this. This is the Italian made in CPM 20CV. Make sure I get it right because God knows I'll get told if I'm not. Now, the one thing that I don't know, I think this is G10. I could be wrong. Guys, here's the deal. Okay? When it comes to certain knives, I worry about function. I try to give you the best information that I can. I probably should have looked the damn thing up, but I didn't. I'll put it in the comments. This is Cold Steel. For a while, this was like this and this were their two higher end knives. Now I understand that with the new takeover, there's been some additions. I haven't checked them out. I don't know that I will, but these are both older models from the old school Cold Steel. I know they're reliable. Some people don't like the Italian version. I love it. I've had no problem with it. And for everybody that's new, let me explain something to you. We don't just run around. I don't base anything on what anybody else does. Nothing. So-and-so broke it. This channel don't break knives. We use knives as tools. If they break in the process, I show you, but I do not actively pursue it. Nothing against it. It's just not what we do. We do real life use, and that's what we go with. I don't even want to call it hard use. We use a knife the way it's made to be. If it breaks in that, that's a problem, but we don't actively try. That being said, I love this knife. I've got one, if not two, maybe three hard use videos on this one in particular. My boy Cooper asked me to do a review. I think Tyler Cooper, dude, I've drawn a brain fart and we text back and forth. Kirk's an awesome guy. He really is. He's in South Florida and he said, man, would you compare the Medford Pratorean T to the Cold Steel 4MAX? So buddy, let me give you a good look here. Now, it's hard to do comparisons like this. And I'll tell you why. I can show you. Is there a difference in quality? Whether you like Medford or you don't. And people are hardcore either way. Whether you like them or you don't, they do an amazing job with their quality. That's a good looking knife. Now, you can disagree. Knives are subjective, but you're not going to tell me what I like and don't like. That's my little disclaimer, and I won't do that to you. If you don't like it, you don't like it. The thing with Medford is this, Kirk, that the tolerances are always there. They're tight. You know, I can separate different things, and we've had Greg Medford on the channel in an interview. He was awesome. Awesome guy. Joe and I spoke with him before and after the show, as we always do. And the dude gave of his time. He was a great guy. So you're not going to hear anything negative about Medford from me. This knife was a gift from Captain Electro, a phenomenal gift. Now, this is a Medford Pratorean T. It is an S90V. I think it's anywhere from $900 to $1,200 right in there, so it's expensive. I have, and I'll say this before anybody says shit about it, there are two hard-use videos on this knife. I did one, and Donnie B. All Day did one. And we beat the absolute shit out of it. We really did. And it held up well. DJ Horn reprofiled it for me. It's got a sharp as shit edge on it, that S90V. Then, now, this one is a frame lock, okay? Pretty strong lock. I haven't had it fail. And again, we did hard use testing on this knife. I love this knife. Let me show you something real quick. Now, we're set up here for a certain way. This is why I wanted to do this. There's a nice shot of my stomach there. That's going to be the money maker. I'm going to back this camera up just a little bit. But part of this video, guys, is showing you kind of how they carry. Now, a lot of guys don't like big knives. I know Advanced Knife Bro has a certain limit. I am a huge fan of Mark. He's a big, he doesn't know it, and he probably wouldn't want to take responsibility, but Advanced Knife Bro had a big hand in starting this channel. I love his channel. He's very knowledgeable, but he likes a certain style knife. And I've kind of kept up with his journey in collecting. A lot of people don't like the bigger knife. They don't need it and they don't want it. I understand that. Right now, I'm kind of in that big phase. It carries very well in pocket. Now, again, I wear BDUs, I wear khakis, I wear cargo pants, all that because of work. How does it carry? To me, it carries great. I carry this knife a lot on the weekend and it feels good in pocket. Again, I understand if you don't like it, but this whole damn video is going to be on bigger knives than what I like to carry. Now I want to give you some good looks here. Now I got to clean these up, but you can also tell that I use my shit, right? So here's this one. Give you these comparisons. And the thing is, the Medford's got a wider blade. The 4MAX has a longer blade. The 4MAX handle is one of the most comfortable handles of any knife I have. It is a classic design. I love the look. I love it's just got that slight forward cant that I can wrap up on, and I can do anything I want to do. And let me show you how it kind of fits in pocket. I know this isn't the best look, but for me, again, it carries fine. I've got room to stick my hand. I can put my keys, things like that. Now, which do I prefer? Depends on what day it is. This is more of a work knife. It was around 400 bones. There's a whole video on how I come about it. It was originally Donnie B. All Days. And let me just say, we're right in the middle of our Donnie B. All Day video. Now, I'm going to tag all these channels I'm shouting out. I'm going to try to tag, okay? And check them out. Tell them Scab sent you. But that's a good looking knife. Now, here's why I like this knife, okay? I like this knife because the forward cant, I've got plenty of blade. I've got a triad lock, which is one of the strongest locks made. It's old school. As far as steel goes, S90V, CPM 20CV, they both hold their edge pretty well from what I understand. I haven't had to resharpen. Now, people have asked about a sharpening video. Guys, The sharp shit y'all see is always straight out of the box. I strop. I'm a religious stropper. These two knives, the Medford and the Formax, I've just been stropping. The edge on both, I think I had them sharpened at the same time, probably a year or two ago. I've kept them stropped. I really ain't even done any honing, and they've held up. Now, remember, I'm a knife demonstration review channel, whatever you want to call it. So I'm not going to put that wear and tear that you guys do outside of a video. One of my videos is probably a solid month's worth of use. Outside of that, you know, I got first world knife problems. Let's just be real. You know, I have to remind myself constantly, I'm blessed in this game. Okay. I'm sitting here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 knives. That's more than a lot of people have. I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you, I can rotate. Now, I've got probably 70 to 100 pocket knives. Probably more than that. So what I'm telling you is an edge for me, I may carry a knife for a few days and swap. So they last. Bear that in mind. Please always bear that in mind. Now, let's move on. The Colossus. And this, again, this is where Advanced Knife Bro kind of comes in here. I seen one of his videos on this knife, and I was sold on cold steel. It took me 5 years after watching that video, but I finally got one. And I absolutely adore it. And this one, I believe, was thanks to Sabo. I mean, it's just a badass knife, man. I like, again, the slight forward cant. Now, listen, I catch a lot of shit for cold steel, but guys, I set myself up for it. And if the truth be told, I know it's coming. I do it anyway. It's clicks and views. That's the point of having a channel. People say, well, I don't do it for clicks and views. Okay, I do. Otherwise, I'd just make a bunch of damn videos, and me and Megan would watch them all the time. Well, she'd watch about one, and that'd be that. So I make videos for people to watch. See if I can improve, get better. I mean, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I've been straightforward. Now, the thing that I love about cold steel, and I'm going to be up and down a lot, I love this wave technology. I just do. It's not spring-loaded, not spring assist. That wave technology, I love this knife. This is, guys, this is my all-time favorite cold steel folder. It just has to be. It's the RAJAH 2. It helped build the channel. It is a folding kukri with the triad lock. Is it as strong as a fixed blade? No. However, the triad lock is as strong as any lock out there. It just is. Whether you like cold steel, whether you like Lynn Thompson, whether you like Stickman, don't make shit. That's a strong lock. I haven't had one fail. I've had one stick. But I've chopped trees down with this. I've done everything I could do. If I was going to take one folder, if you just put a gun to my head and said, Scab, you got one, well, let's do it this way. You got one knife, that's it, one blah, blah, blah. It's this. Why? It's a folding kukri. I can chop. I can stab. I can choke up. I can do fine work. That handle facilitates that, right? If this becomes a problem, this clip, now, cold steel pocket clips are notoriously tight for eating up pants. Okay? I've loosened this one up. If I had one knife for the rest of my life, that's all I could carry. I'm on a deserted island. I would take this. I would take the pocket clip off. I can do anything I need to do. It's got a lanyard hole. It's got the triad lock. It's got a finger groove there. Not only, look, not only for that, I can spin it upside down and I can do that, right? And it's a hard use knife. Now listen, just because we do hard use reviews and hard use knives, that don't mean that we don't like other channels. Every single knife reviewer out there that's worth his salt has value, right? And I'm saying that to you because with certain knives, with like these type of knives, you would probably come to my channel, Donnie's channel, something like that. If you want to see like a higher end gentleman's carry, and the vast majority of people, that's what they want. A nice knife. You would go to like, and I'm telling you this honestly, and I'll tell you why I'm bringing it up. Advanced Knife Bro. And somebody, the last video he made, somebody made this comment about, I'm tired of seeing these knives that nobody uses. Well, one, why would you watch a channel that you know Mark's progression? He's gone from this and comedy. He still does a lot of comedy. He's funny as shit. But he has a very dialed in style, right? So you're just going to cause a problem. There's plenty of channels that give you hard use knives. If you don't like a knife, don't watch it, right? If I'm watching a channel, I'm going to throw them love and support, but if I don't like the knife, I'm going to click off. Just a little side note, you don't always have to, anyway, I value your opinion. Please tell me how you feel. This knife, the Cold Steel Colossus. I've had this RAJAH for a long time. I've had 2 or 3 of them. I just love them. I gave one away. I've got 2 left. I can tell you all about this knife. This Colossus, you know what I love about the Colossus? The same thing. The Ford can't. There's something to be said for that. I can spin it. I can hold it this way. And for those of you that are new here, we do a lot of hard use reviews. But one thing that I do when I'm going to select a pocket knife, this is what I do. I hold it this way. All right, that feels pretty comfortable. And I hold it that way, right? I'll even spin it. How does it feel? How's the ergos in my hand? Is it comfortable every way? This knife is. One thing about larger pocket knives, people don't like to carry them because their weight, they tie up space. I understand all that. For me, that's not an issue. The other thing I like about the Colossus, look at that blade, that leaf-shaped blade. I guess that's a drop point. That's a slicer, right? The other thing is try it lock again. So if I needed to do some light chopping, some batoning, I certainly could. Now, if I was really stuck and I was going to baton, I would disengage the lock, triad lock or not, save the life of the knife. But let me show you how it carries. And again, we're going with BDUs. I may come back and do a follow-up in like some jeans or something. And there you can see that classic tightness of the cold steel, but it fits nicely. I can put I can have keys at the bottom, change at the bottom. I'm fine. Right? Now, again, it's not everybody's jam. I get it. I like it. I love that deployment. Let me show you this RAJAH just fits like a glove, man. I love this knife. I love the way this knife carries. And if you watch, it contours. Yes, it's a large knife, okay? But it also rides at the back of the pocket. Like, it doesn't fill up the whole pocket. It rides at the back. So if I want to come out, I can. Bam. The other thing with it now is I can take this RAJAH and I can put it on my left side because I do carry more than one knife, right? If I have to come up here, I can do it that way, right? I can carry this knife any way I like. I like a big blade. I like a longer blade. I like a wider blade. For me, personally, it's easier to control. I learned on bigger knives, and listen, I'll be honest with you. I handle so many big knives, I don't really give myself a lot of credit verbally on the channel or anything like that, but I'm pretty good with big knives, right? That's kind of my jam. It's kind of my comfort zone. I can do a lot of tasks with a big knife. Now, it's important, I do believe this, to develop a skill set with a smaller knife. I really do. I don't think you should ever limit yourself to, well, I just carry big or I just carry this. I think especially knife reviewers, you guys really, really listen here. If you're a knife reviewer, and this is just my opinion, but I think you should develop a skill set with all knives. If you watch my small knife reviews, you can tell a large difference between, say, me reviewing this and me reviewing this. And it's a comfort thing. My goal is to get to a point where I can review something like the Verdict, and I love this knife. Big shout out to Charles Bill for this, man. He sent me this one. Make sure I got it right. Yeah, the Verdict. And he sent the Razor Tech, and the other one that I've just dropped, I can't remember the name of it, but he sent me 3 awesome cold steels. Caden, my grandson, claimed the other one. He's got it put up, I think, in Meg's room, so it's there, but there will be a review on it. But again, I prefer big knives. Now, to the king of swing, and we're going to wrap it up here. And I'll break these down into a little better, if you push me, what I would carry out of all these, the RAJAH. But it's experience, right? So I've got a slicer here. I've got a slicer here, but I've got a chopper. I've got a leaf shape, really, really good. I just, out of these 2, now I love this. I carry this damn near every day. I just adore it. Use-wise, hell, let me get a hard use video on this, and then let's just do a head-to-head. Let's see what does better. And I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll throw in a small knife to see what does better and test my skill set. See, that's the thing. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not going to edit a bunch of shit out. If I screw up, I screw up. It is what it is. This channel's learning. We're growing. Now, let's talk about this last one, the king of swing here, the ESPADA XL. here's the deal. Do I carry this knife a lot? No. When I carry this knife, it is the only knife that I carry. I will carry my Nomad EDC pocket fixed blade, but I carry that and this because this knife, compared to every knife I've showed you, this knife absolutely fills up a pocket. Now, why would I take this? And let's just be truthful, okay? It is a big knife. I can chop with it. I can do fine work with it. Self-defense, I can do whatever. Now, a lot of people always, my gun, my gun, my gun. Man, that's great. That's awesome. That's just wonderific. We're not a gun channel. I'm not about to fight that fight with YouTube. I already get in trouble for when somebody, talks shit to me and I talk it back and I get suspended for a day. No, I'm not fighting over guns. And my passion is this. I'll see people, well, I could pay for a gun for that. Well, that's great. Go watch Demolition Ranch. That's not what we do here. We do knives. I like guns. We got guns. Meg's got a gun. I got a gun. The dog's got a gun. Everybody's got a gun. Okay? My son's got 1,000 of the damn things. My heart, my soul, my passion is blades. It's just what I like. I don't give a shit if you can buy a gun for that much money. You do you, boo. I'm not mad. I'll be like, ooh, that's nice. That's real. Let's go shoot it. But and I'm not being smart or ugly. I'm just telling you where my heart's at. We're going to do some outdoor stuff. We're going to do some camping. We're going to do some of that. What I'm not going to do is get shut down, get demonetized, or give them any reason to demonetize me. I make just enough money, which I'm about to wipe my ass with. And I'd like to hold on to that. Y'all know what I'm saying? So let's look at the XL ESPADA, and we'll call it a night. That's probably all you can stand. We're way long into this. This is a huge knife. The best bet, if you want to carry this, in my opinion, legally and safely, is to make you a Kydex sheath and carry it in that manner. I don't know that there might be one, if not 2, 3 states in the union where you can carry a knife that big. I know in Florida it's 4.5 inches. So anything over that, it's up to local law enforcement whether they're going to enforce it or not. Now, there is no way to pretend or lie or anything. Let's kind of pan down. This knife is huge. But again now, in all truthfulness, there's a lot of weight here, okay? There is a lot of weight. In all truthfulness, it does ride towards the back. If I wanted to put my keys in, I could. It's way tight. I mean, let's be real. Now, the benefits, again, you can pull it quickly. Here's the other side of this knife. If you were in a self-defense situation, and disclaimer here, and look at me, kids. I know we're running long, but listen, old scabber. If you pull a knife, you better make damn sure that you are justified, because you're probably going to jail. And if you use it, you're damn sure going to jail till they sort it out, okay? What self-defense is not is you talking shit in a bar and somebody knocking your block off and then you pull a knife. That's not self-defense. What's not self-defense is somebody talking to you, old lady, and you get mad around and pull a knife. That's murder, okay? So all Scabber's telling you, if you carry a knife like this, you could get away with pulling something like this for defense. You pull something like this, just straight up honest with you, think about it. Now, am I still going to carry it? Yeah. But I want to carry it the right way. And again, this is a conversation starter. Now, where I do have a problem with some people, some guy was like, it's trash steel. Look, don't be stupid, man. It's S35N. It's a triad lock. It may not be your jam, but it is not trash. Okay? It's a well-built, well-put-together knife. Lynn Thompson carries 14 of the damn things. They're badass. Guys, listen, I've talked too long. I wanted to give you a rundown of some bigger knives. Do I carry bigger knives? Yeah, I love them. I really do. They fit my skill set better. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about. All right? I don't fault you if you don't like them. Don't fault you if you don't carry them. Just wanted to share something with you and have some fun with the video. Listen, I'm Scab. You're not. I love y'all. Have a great work week. I'm gone, son. Doodle-doo-doo.